Hello everyone, this is USHAKOVA. Thank you for coming back to my channel, or if this is the first time that you're on my channel, there's lots of information about me on this channel in the About link, so please have a look. Lots of information. I'm a Transformational Life Coach of many years. I work with individuals all over the world. I consult, and in these days of personal consultations, it all happens via Zoom technology primarily. And I also work with groups. I've worked with many groups, men and women combined, or women-only groups. So lots of information about me. I'm a writer as well, and well, welcome to my channel. You can read about me on the links that this channel provides. I'm here to talk about step number 3, about creating financial abundance and recognizing that the wealth to creating financial abundance already resides within yourself. And my first video on this topic was on May 7th. So if you're just tuning in for the first time, I think that it would be really wonderful and valuable for you if you looked at my video that I posted on May 7th. It was on the full moon, the full flower moon, which I talk about in that video as well, May 7th. And that was step number 1, is the recognition that everything you need in terms of self-knowing and wealth resides within. We often doubt our own knowledge. We doubt that we're capable of so many things. We need affirmation from many others around us. We need affirmation from many self-help books. We need affirmation from a lot of coaches, though in all those cases, books, coaches, therapists, family, friends, they're all guides and wonderful resources, absolutely. But the most valuable resource of all comes from within, and you already have it. Step number 1, the first video on May 7th on this subject, is available to you, so have a look. Step number 2 I gave on May 8th when I spoke about realizing financial abundance. So creating it had to do with recognizing that the wealth that you need is within yourself and how to tap into it. And the May 8th video, step number 2, had to do with me asking you to delve into a deep conversation with yourself about what it is that you would create if you could just dream your perfect job, your perfect avocation, vocation, the way you would make your money, the new income stream, 2020 forwards. Everything is changing. The pandemic that we're all in the midst of globally is changing our lives in dramatic ways, in difficult ways, also in marvelous ways. This is also a time of opportunity and of silver linings. And it's something that I also want to hold. It's a both and, difficult and also marvelous opportunities. Step number 3 is tonight. And this video, the final step. So what is this final step once you have become assured that you have all the tools necessary within yourself to recognize and to find out what this dream is? What is it that you would do if you could dream up any job you wanted, or if you're an artist, if you're a writer, if you're a painter, if you're someone who's had a passion for anything that you thought in the past might be something you'd give a try to make money, to earn your income. So in other words, melding passion with eventually manifesting a salary, an income. Step number 3 has to do with doing the work. So now you understand that the wealth resides within, that you can do it. Step number 2 is, what is it that you would do if you could do it, right? Is having that conversation with yourself and really checking in with yourself about that. I believe 100% that we will always find a way to earn an income when we know what our passion is, when we do the work we love. Many of us have to take jobs in life, and I've certainly been there, probably most of us, where along the way we've had to do some kind of work that this isn't really my passion. But even so, even in jobs that weren't my passion along the way, I could always find something that I could feel passionate about. I spent I had a first career in my life. I was not a transformational life coach. I was not someone involved in organizational development and in personal development work as I am today, as I have been for the last 20 years. But my first career had everything to do with hospitality. I was in the luxury hotel industry globally. I loved my work. Did I always enjoy every single day and everything that I did, the climb up the ladder and so many other aspects of it? Not always, no. But I always found something about it that I could love, that I could feel good about. And that's what I want you to hold in your heart as you move forward in taking the risk, taking the first step towards moving in the direction of creating your own reality, your own future, your own income stream, something that you could rely on for yourself. I'm not talking about the goal is to become a millionaire, to become a celebrity, to do something that is maybe not even within reach or that you'd even want to reach that status, but something that would be satisfying for you. So I know that in my own life, when I decided that I no longer wanted to work for others, I wanted to be my own North Star, I returned to school. I went to postgraduate school and then a postgraduate institute in San Francisco. A wonderful school that was very mired in East-West studies and theological studies and East-West perspectives, East meaning from India and outside of the Eastern United States, right? I'm in the United States. I'm in the wine country of California. West meaning the Western theology, Western thinking. So it's really embracing many theologies and world theologies and worldviews. And I returned to school. I entered a doctoral program. I wanted to study leadership. I wanted to learn the various styles of leadership. I created a leadership model. I entitled it Empathic Leadership. It's a story for another time, but I took matters into my own hands. I went back to school. It began with that in the late 90s. Here we are in 2020. So nothing happens in a day. Time passes anyway. You might as well take the first step towards, even if you don't know 100% how it's all going to turn out. And I didn't know how it was all going to turn out, the direction I would lead in, the doors that would open for me. I just knew that I had to follow my passion. And my passion at the time was there has to be another way, a better way of leading, a better way of learning. And so I thought I would go to the nexus of where I would learn how to lead, where I would learn how to learn again, where I would learn to be curious, where I could learn, a very wonderful lesson, which is, I don't know everything. Imagine that. No matter what kind of a career I had before, no matter how successful I might have been at it, no matter how much I earned, I'm starting again. It was really a profound lesson in beginning again. We always do in this lifetime. We may not call it that, but we have to take the risk of beginning again. Don't fear it. You just don't know what doors will open. So it's been a journey for me for sure. And coming onto YouTube, talking to you in this very intimate way, from my home to yours, during these days when we're sheltering in place still, maybe inching our way out a little bit at a time. But I'm coming to you from a very intimate place, my home, on an intimate subject, what is inside of myself, what is inside of you, trying to encourage you to take a risk. But first, think about who you are, how you want to live your life. What is it that would make you happy? I mean, you may be called back to your job if you've been furloughed or laid off during this pandemic. Understood. And you may go back. But even if you go back, if you still have that desire to really create your own financial abundance and not be, tied to a particular job place that if something else happens and you're furloughed, then what, So this is a time of immense creativity and thinking forward, not backward. Not going backwards to think, oh, I'm going to go back to how it was. Nothing is going to be as it was. Everything is changing daily. We know it, we see it, we feel it. I'm here to say to you, you can do it. As a coach, as your coach, right now, right here on YouTube, someone who says exquisite aging at any age is really the key. If you want to age, if you're lucky enough, if we're lucky enough to grow older, much, much older, time passes anyway. How are you going to pass your time? Choose how you want to age. It's a daily practice of attitude, of never steering far from who you are. And if you steer far away, come back, reel yourself back. Let your heart do the talking, not your head. How does it feel to be doing what you're doing? Always go back to the feeling level. I coach my clients in that way. All of my clients, whether I'm in a group session with them, and soon I'll create something on Zoom for many, many people. And I'll tell you more about that as I go along. But for right now, I just say, trust yourself. Believe in yourself. What do you have to lose in believing in yourself? Give it a go. And if you need some coaching along the way, I am here. You can tune into all my videos. You can book an appointment with me. The information on how to do that is on this channel. You can email me and we can take it from there. The first step begins with subscribing to my channel so that you know how often and when I post a video. Because what happens is by subscribing, by clicking on the subscribe button, you support the work that I'm doing like this, my passion, and not charging for it, and just being a coach in any way that I can on any aspect of living an inspired life, truly. Now I have lots of stories to tell you about that, share with you. So subscribe. And then there's a little notification bell. It's the icon for the bell. Click on that. There are 3 choices: all, personalized, and none. Choose all. All that means is that YouTube will always let you know via your email when I've posted a video, which then you can listen to and watch at any time. They won't contact you for anything else. No spam, no promotional material, just that, as I understand it. So subscribe, listen to my videos, book an appointment with me if you wish a coaching session. I'm also a speaker, so I'm available to speak to large groups, to small groups. There's so much that I can do. And I'm on other channels as well in social media, so have a look at that. This video posts all that as well. Take a risk in being who you want to be, living the life you want to live. And let me know how it goes. I love hearing from you. Leave me a comment. Give it a try. If you have any questions, I'll try to support you. I'll try to give you an answer. I ask for positive, productive comments. It's this kind of a channel. There's no time left in our lives and no room for criticism and judgments and naysayers. This is a place of positivity, of inspiration. And if you're someone who thinks in those terms and wants to learn, welcome. I'm happy you're here. So I send my love. I give you my thanks. Thank you for your marvelous presence. Come back. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Good evening.